Hey everyone, today we'll be working with React Native and more specifically with React Navigation Library. We will create part 1 and part 2 for this video. So the part 1, we will dive into nesting stack navigators with bottom tabs navigators, and we will create basically two stacks with two different flows. The stack 1 will show only for some parts of the screens the bottom tabs, but on the stack 2 we will show the bottom tabs for the whole screens. Part 2 of this video we will dive into type checking so that you can navigate between screens knowing the type of the screen that you are navigating to beforehand, and also the types of the parameters that you pass from one screen to another. Okay, so let's go. We have here app, which is empty for now as usual, and we will start to add some stuff here. So namely the safe area view provider, and let's add it here, safe area view provider. And also inside I want to do a navigation container, and then we will have our component inside. So let's see if we can already add this one. Yeah, we cannot. So let's install it first, and for that I will follow here the getting started guide of React Navigation. So I will jump a bit, but I know we need to install this one. So let's do it. Install npm npm install React Navigation native. So that's the one that we need. Then we need also these two, the React Native safe area context and also the React Native screens. So these are also to install. So let's do it. And yeah, usually if you want to do React Navigation, then you need to follow the getting started, and then you need also to follow the different ones for per navigator that you want to do, stack, bottom tabs, or other navigators. So let's go. Now we need to do some things. So we need to do npx pod install iOS, and then we need also to change a bit the Android code. But now I know for sure that we will work with stack navigator and bottom tabs navigator. So before doing this, I will also install some dependencies from that one. So stack navigator, let's go. I know that we need to do this one. So let's also install that one. So the stack, and then we need to install this handler, React Native gesture handler. So let's do it. And now I need to import this one into the app.js. So in here, I just need to import it once. And we are good in this regard. And now I go to bottom tabs, and let's also do this one. I think it's simpler. So just this one, and then we can already work with it. So let's do it. And yeah, so far I think these are the dependencies that we will need, so we are good to go. And now I will follow the first one that I skipped. So this one I need to do. Let me go here and do this. And then we need also to change the code on the Android app. So let's go source main Java main activity, and here I will drop it. And I will also need what else? Yes, the import itself makes sense, otherwise you cannot use it. So now we are good. And yeah, that's it. So in terms of dependencies, we are good. Now I can remove this one, close this, and start by checking what we did. So everything is pod install already. And here, let's restart. Yes, now I will kill it, run start again, and also not installations, but run iOS, and then also npm run Android, so that will run everything from scratch. Okay, so now I spotted here, so this one is safe area provider. Okay, that's the one. And here let's just add navigation container, and that's, yes, from that one. And this one of course needs also to match this one. And now we can create our use our navigators here. Okay, cool. So now the apps are restarted. Everything is there, but of course there's nothing there. So let's start to add. So first, what I want to do is starting by creating a stack, which I will say stack one, and this stack we will create it here. So new folder, app. Then inside that one, I will say stack. Inside the stack, we want a stack one. And inside stack one, let's create a stack1.txs1 file. And here I can grab a bit of code from here and just say stack1, and remove the whole thing here. So now I can remove this one, and here I can use the safe area view. So that's the recommended way. You use that provider that we installed, and now you use the safe area view from here. And yeah, the idea is that no, not from React Native. So you should use the one from React Native Safe Area View. And during the video you will see why and what does it have and give you, so that you can tweak the safe area views to prevent the notch and all of these on the different mobiles. And here we can start by adding a stack. So let's create it first. Const stack equal create stack navigator. So, and here we can use stack dot navigator, and then inside we will create the screen, and we will have two screens here. The first one will be the stack one screen. Stack one, no, sorry. This one will be the bottom tabs, and here we will give a name of screen stack one screen two. So this stack one here, this screen will actually render a bottom tabs, where we will render the stack one screen one, and then outside we will render the stack one screen two, and you will see why in the next minutes of the video. So let's start by doing that, and here I can just add also the component. So we need to provide the component for both of them, and here I can call them bottom tabs, and here we will create stack one screen two, so stack one screen two, and we need to create them. So let's go, and here I will create inside app, I will create bottom tabs or so, and inside bottom tabs I will create a bottom tabs.tsx. Let's grab some code. So now we create the same idea. Okay, so now we will create the bottom tabs, but for here we will just swap some things. So bottom tabs in this one, or bottom tab, and here we will do create bottom tab navigator. And now I need to swap the stack to the bottom tab, and the rest is more or less the same. So here we do, instead of bottom tabs, we will do stack 1, and here I will stack 2. So in reality we are doing here the stack 2, and here we will do stack 1 screen 1. Cool. So we also need to swap these ones here, and now we are good, and we need to create these two. So let's start by creating the stack 1 screen 1. So we know that stack 1 is here, so now we need to create the new file, stack 1 screen 1.tsx, and we can grab some code, but here we will do, instead of this, we will do screens actually. So we will remove the whole thing here, and now I notice that we are using safe area view on the navigators, but we don't need that. So let's remove that. So here we don't need them, so we actually just need them on the screen itself. So let's remove this one, also these, and on the stack 1 screen 1 we want that, and that's it. So cool, and this one we can remove. So now on the stack 1 screen 1, I want to have some text just to say where I am. And here I can say stack 1 screen 1, and then I want a button where I will have an on press. This we will do later, but I will give it a title, and this title will be go to stack 1 screen 2. So this will be the stack 1 screen 1, and here we need to do screen 1, and we are good to go. So we also need to create the bottom tabs, which we did it. So we now created the stack 1 screen 1, right? Let's also add the stack 1 screen 2, which is really similar to this one. So now I can come here and just do new file, stack 1 screen 1.tsx, screen 2, sorry. And this one will be just changing a couple of things. So stack 1 screen 2, go to stack 1 screen 1, right? We want to go back basically to the stack 1 screen, to the screen 1. So we are on screen 2, stack 1 screen 2. Okay, cool. So that's created. So now let me go stack 1. Here we already have everything. So we have the bottom tabs, which we can import. We did it. And now we have the stack 1 screen 2, which we also did it. So let's import it. The navigation itself, we are not doing it. So we are not navigating from one screen to another. I will update that. But before, I want to see the stack 1 screen 1. It's done. So let's import that. And then we need the stack 2, right? So we didn't create the stack 2. So let's create the stack 2 here, new folder, stack 2. And then we should be able to create a stack2.tsx. Oops, not this one. Rename tsx, and from here I can borrow some code from stack 1. So let's do stack 2, stack 2, and now I know that I am on the screen stack 2 screen 1, stack 2 screen 2, screen 2. Cool. So stack 2 screen 2, stack 2 screen 1, and then of course we need to create them, but now everything is there. Stack 2 screen 1, stack 2 screen 1, 2, stack 2, and we are good. So now we need to create stack 2 screen 1 and the stack 2 to screen 2.tsx, and I will borrow some code. So stack 2 screen 1 and here same. So now I need to do stack 2 screen 1, that's correct. Stack 2 screen 1, go to stack 2 screen 2, correct. And here screen stack 2. Cool. So this one I can borrow it, and we should be able to paste it here because it's a little bit more updated. So stack 2 screen 2, go to stack 2 screen 1, we are going back, and here stack 2 screen 2. Cool. So everything is wired, but there's no navigation, right? So we start on the stack 1 because on app TSX we are doing that. So let's just do quick fix add import of stack 1. So now we are starting by creating the navigation container. Then we have the stack 1 there. So that's the entry point. So we go to stack 1. So we go to stack 1, and here we can see that we are doing bottom tabs. So the bottom tabs are there. But if we start with the bottom tabs, we can see that we need to import the stack 2. And now we need to do navigations between the screens. So the stack 1 screen 1 needs to navigate to the stack 1 screen 2. So let's go there, and we need to do const navigation equal use navigation. For now we will not use types, but I will add them later. So now here I know that I can do navigation.navigate, and now I will use the name of it. So I am on stack 1 screen 1, and the stack 1 screen 2 is here, stack 1 screen 2. So let's borrow this name and just do stack 1 screen 1, navigate to that name, to that screen. And that's it. So now we will be on the screen 2 of stack 1. So let's go there and just say that we want to go to stack 1. So stack 1 will be this one, stack 1 here. So if I go there, I can say navigate, and then I need to add this one, but here I need to add navigation so that we can get it. Cool. And now we need to deal with the stack 2, right? Because stack 2 still needs to import some stuff. So let's import the screens. Okay, cool. And here I need to say stack 2 screen 1. This one will be the screen 1 will get send us to this one. So navigation dot, oh come on, I think they prefer like this. use navigation, and then here we can say navigation dot navigate, and then stack2 screen 2. And of course, on the stack2 screen 2, we need to go back. So navigation, use navigation, and then here we do navigation dot navigate, and I just send you back to screen 1. Cool. So everything is wired. We have the screens, so let's take a look into them here. Okay. Now you see both iPhone and Android, iOS and Android. And don't worry about the headers. There are too much headers now because we are nesting all of them. But the idea is just to see if there's if the screens switch to the right one. So if I say I am stack 1 screen 1 when I am on the stack 1 bottom tabs, okay? So if I go to stack 1 screen 2, I see stack 1 screen 2, which is correct. If I hit it, I will go back. But now, as you see, the bottom tabs disappear on the stack 1, right? So you just see the switching, but the bottom tabs only appear if you are on stack 1 screen 1. If you are on stack 1 screen 2, there's no bottom tabs. So there are some use cases for these. For example, you only want the first screen to show the bottom tabs, and then you have, for example, a creation of something or editing something that you don't want to add these. So it's a flow that you start, and then when you stop that, you go back. So and you are done. But of course, you could also go back here and swap to stack 2. And now on stack 2, you will see a little bit different. Don't worry again about the others. We will fix this. But you see that the stack 2, if I go to stack 2 screen 2, still the bottom tab is there. Okay. So that's the little trick to do these two things. So one of them is you specify a stack, and then you add the bottom tabs there, only for the screen that you want to show the bottom tab. And the other screens go on the same level of the bottom tab. On the stack 2, on the other end, it will be just on the whole stack that you put on the bottom tab, one of the screens, and then all of them will be with the bottom tab. So that's it. The swapping is correct, which is nice. But now we should get rid of all of these headers, right? And also make this a little bit more pretty so that you can also understand a little bit better. So first, let's go to the headers. What typically I do. So what I do is I start on the stack 1, so the main, the parent one. So now I know that on the bottom tabs, I can pass options, and these and on these options, I will say header shown, and here I will say false. Why? Because these bottom tabs is also a navigator. So what I do is, if this navigator has an header, right, because it will add an header for all the screens, then if you load another navigator there, then you say header shown false. So only the bottom tabs inside, so only these screens will add the screen to the name to the header. So then you are good. So on the stack 1 and the stack 1 screen 2, this is correct because you want this name to appear on the header because you are actually on the stack 1 screen 2. So now I go to bottom tabs and I do the same rationale. So apply the same thing. So in the stack 1, I know that the stack 1 screen 1 is screen. So this one should be there, right? This one should be there. Of course, we can change this one. But these stack 2, I don't want it to show. So what I will do is the same options, and then I pass here header shown, and then I do false. So now the stack 2 is another navigator. So since this is another navigator, I'll just say to that one, don't show in the other, and these ones are the ones that will show in the other. So then you fix the multiple others problem. So if I go here, now you can see that there's a stack 1, because yeah, we name it stack 1, but we can change to stack 1 screen 1. Let's do that so that it doesn't make too much, it's not too strange. So stack 1 screen 1, because we know that, right? Stack 1 screen 1. And this one actually stack 2, but it doesn't show. So that's fine. And now we have a problem because probably somewhere we are searching for stack 1 on the navigation, right? So now I need to swap that. Let me see, probably stack 1 screen 2, right? Probably here. Yes, exactly. So stack 1 screen stack 1 screen 2. So we need to go back screen 1. So this should fix it. So now we are on stack 1 screen 1, stack 1 screen 1, go to stack 1 screen 2, stack 1 screen 2, and go back. And now we actually see this space here, but we will fix it. So now if I go to stack 1 screen 1, I go back, and here the same applies. So now I'm on stack 2 screen 1. If I go there, stack 2 screen 2, and back again. So there is also something that I noticed now. There's the back here, and here we are seeing just bottom tabs, right? So we are going from stack 1 screen 1 to stack 1 screen 2, and then we see bottom tabs, which we should see back. Now what we can do is pass some options here on the screen 2, right? And just say that we want to say header back title, and that one we will want to transform to the default one on saying back, right? So now if I go back, yeah, you see the back button there. Of course, you can also remove it, so yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. But yeah, this way we kind of align it. And now what I would like to do is to improve it a bit. So let's try first to fix the safe area view. So what we want to do here is take advantage of the safe area view that we imported. So on stack 1, we know that the screen 1 and also the screen 2 and also on the stack 2, all of the screens, we have a little bit more padding here. And here we don't. So, but that's fine. So what we want to do is on the screens itself. So let's go to stack 1. We want to say safe area view, and then we have here edges. And here we can pass an array. So what we want is we want left. Sorry, we want left. We want also right, and we also want bottom. So these three we want. And all of the screens, we don't want the edges on top. So I go to screen 2, I do the same. I go to stack 2 screen 1, I do the same, and then I do the same in here. So now we see on the iOS there's no spacings on stack 2 screen 1, same applies here, so we are good, that's fixed. And on Android we can see, yeah, the same behavior applies. So we have everything. So now let's give it a little bit more stylings here so that you can see how that works. So for example, we want to style the bottom tabs. Right? So here we can pass screen options. Here I can say tab bar label style. And here we can say, let's pass an object with color and say black. So now the labels are a little bit different. So if we take a look, there's a black thing there, right? And also let's give it some icons on the different screens. So I will borrow some icons. I will add here some icons so we have assets, icons, overview, and settings. Let's say that we have an overview tab and then a settings tab. So now here I can pass options, and these options we can pass a tab bar label, and this one we will say overview, overview, and then we want to do tab bar icon, and this one will be a function that receives a focused, which is a boolean, and can call something. So let's say get overview tab icon, and let's pass the focused. So every time we will call that function, and this function we can create it here. So let's do const get overview tab icon, and we can say, okay, let's get it focus, which is a boolean, and then we will return, it depends, right, in the focused part. So here we want to return an image, first of all, an image, and we want to get some source. So let's say require assets, and then icons, and then overview.png. So that's the first thing. We need to get it from React Native, the image. We have the source, and we need to get some similar function for the settings tab, which will load a settings PNG. Cool. So what I need to do is get these options here and just add them. Well, actually, we need to borrow these two from here because we already have something. So let's borrow these and add it here. But here we want to say get settings tab icon. And here, let's see, we need to remove this one. Okay, cool. Tab bar icon. Oh, okay, wait. So here we need to get it from, we destructure it. So there's an object and then they pass the focused inside. Okay, cool. So that works. And now we need to get some styles here. So I want to pass some style here, like styles.image first, and then it depends on the focused. I will say styles overview active, otherwise styles dot overview inactive or so. And this one we need to pass an object. Okay, yes, that's the one. Here, same thing. Okay, so now I can say image, and every time you want a resize mode on the image, and typically I use contain, and then I want to also give it a width and a height. The width will be 32, and that's it. And now I need overview active, and then overview inactive. So on the overview active, I want a tint color of blue, and the overview inactive, I want a tint color of gray. The same will apply to the next one, image. So here I will get the same thing, but here I will say overview, not overview, settings over active, and then settings inactive, for example. So we can borrow these and just say settings and settings. The inactive is the same, but the active here I can say red. Okay, cool. So now we have the function that calls and everything should be fine, but here it's settings instead of overview on the tab label. So let's take a look. Now we have an overview and the settings which change according to the click and the focused, which is nice. Here it's a little bit strange, but I think mainly because this one is not reloaded. Yes, now it's correct. So now we have settings and overview. Same here. Cool. The good thing about the icons is that if you create the icons with one color and with the transparent background, then what you can do is use the tint color. So then you can just create one icon and then you use tint color, and everything that is with color will be tinted with this color. So the blue one, for example. So if you take a look into the assets, like the overview PNG, let's see, open with image preview. So, come on. Reveal in Finder or so. Yeah. So now if you take a look, this is an image which is a black one. And then there's a no background, right? So what happens is that the tint color will color that part, so then you can reuse it, and the same happens here. So the settings is also, oh, it took some time to open, that's fine. But yeah, the settings is the same. So, which is nice. Nice, so now you know how to nest two navigators, the stack navigator with the bottom tabs navigator of React navigation library. Feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the comments down below. Till next time, keep in the loop.